Okay, happy to see you. Happy to see you guys. See you, sir. Wow, he's in the call. I think if he's available, he'll help me drop some light about the compensation plan of Royalq. But before if I'll check if he is in position, should just drop some light. Maybe not from me alone. I will start from here. Okay, if the market is going to follow this cycle, then a few things needs to be highlighted. Number one, the phase one, the Bitcoin. Flow of money that moves into the Bitcoin causing prices to surge. All of you'll be able to base and understand that currently and previously, money has been flowing so much in Bitcoin than other cryptocurrencies. Okay? And we know money flows into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and starts outperforming it. So what we are having now is phase two, where Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin in performance. And if we want to prove that, it is simple, guys. We just need to go to, let me just finish this. Then phase three, money starts to go into large caps. Okay, large caps. Large caps, cryptocurrencies that have 10 billion and above. I hope currently you can see XRP is surging. XRP is, it even recently broke its previous all-time high. So cryptocurrencies that have large market caps, okay? Then after, regardless the market cap, some altcoins with strong fundamentals. So after Ethereum, we shall have coins with strong fundamentals will start going up. Then later, the fourth session is the altcoin season. Large cap have gone fully vertical. We are seeing blows off tops, middle caps, low caps, micro caps all tend to pump around the same time. Large caps will have outperformed Bitcoin and Ethereum. It seems every coin is going parabolic, regardless the fundamentals. Memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited, and you feel the mania in the air. That's where we are going, all right? So we are still on phase two, where Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin in performance. Okay? So if you want to prove that, you just need to go to CoinMarketCap. Let me use this browser so that I run very fast. CoinMarketCap. Okay, very fast. This is very easy to see. And then here there is an altcoin index, which is very simple. These are the coins, the top 100 over the recent 90 days. And when you see this picture, if we find Ethereum by performance in the last 90 days, let's see, just down a little bit. Sui, where is Ethereum? Okay. I'm not able to see it, but I believe you'll have seen it. It was around there. So Bitcoin is just here by 41.54%, but all these other cryptocurrencies, GRAG, GRT, ADA, PEDO, Theta, LTC, XTZ, NIA, Cake, Chrome, Link, Ethereum Classic, Zenc, STX, Jupiter, IOTA, Sky, Doge, Tau XLM, XMR, BenchFed, Algo, Arabis. And you know, when Ethereum is doing well, also layer twos do well. Cryptocurrencies related to the Ethereum network, the layer twos, they also do well. So Ethereum is up by 128%. Okay. And basically, you also know that when Ethereum goes up, cryptocurrencies that are related to Ethereum, these could be several. That is, one of them is Bonk. Aave is seated on the Ethereum ecosystem. Then we also have these cryptocurrencies that are related to Solana. When Solana goes well, it's no by surprise that cryptocurrencies like this meme token called the Wafi Hat Dog, the Bonk, are also doing wonders. Okay, now, before I go into your questions, it means that, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have seen that we are at the right time in the right place? How many of you have seen that we are at the right time in the right place? Yeah. How many of you since you have now seen, we are at the right time, the right place. We are at the most important time of our lives, all right? We are at a very important, crucial time in our lives, okay? And I believe it is time for us to focus so much. That's why in the previous training I talked about using indicators like MACD, like RSI, like KDJ. This is where they make the most sense. Indicators like KDJ, RSI, and MACD, this is where they make the most sense. You take your 1.2, your 1% repeatedly on a cycle-based system, okay? Right? Because now you are able to profit, okay? You are able to profit from every retracement done by this coin. We are not yet 100% into the parabolic system, okay? You are able to profit, okay? You are able to profit on every cycle of the market. So before I jump into your questions, I now want to go into the Royalq compensation plan, okay? I need to talk about this. You know, people don't like me to discuss it, but whenever I come, every meeting, I must discuss this, not because it will not benefit me, but I just want to open up your minds. All right, so let me run into this very fast. Okay. So Royalq has created a new update, and it's calling this a transitional. Okay, Royalq has designed a new Royalq advisory system designed and a transitional period. So there is a designing period and a transitional period. So Royalq says to further enhance the health of the Royalq quantitative ecosystem and optimize the advisory reward structure, Royalq will officially launch a new advisory status and profit sharing system starting from 1st of August 2025. This update will clarify status tiers, refine profit sharing standards, and introduce a quantitative recommendation pool weighted mechanism, aiming to improve fairness, long-term sustainability across the platform to ensure the smooth transition for both seasoned and new users. The following arrangements have been made. Hey, launch 1st of August 2025. Official implementation date 1st of September 2025. Okay. Transition period. During the 1st of August 2025 to the 31st of August 2025, during this period, new promotional rules, profit sharing system, weighted bonus mechanism will fully activated. Demotion assessment will be suspended. Users who do not yet meet new requirement criteria like number of referrals, active team members will not be demoted. All users will be given full time to fulfill their referral. So during that month, no demotion will happen. But after it has started, there will be a demotion system. So let's start. Core adjustments, rank status, promotion conditions, and profit sharing. So Royalq now officially introduced 4 ranks. Number 1 is a quant, who was a V1. Once you activate, when you refer someone with your link, you make $30 or 30 RB, okay? And also you receive 25% direct quant reward, quantification reward. When you refer someone and they trade, you make some money. No structure or rank maintenance. So you don't need to maintain your rank. So let's go to the elite advisors. So you must have 20 valid users by your link. You activate 135 in your team. Each month, you must have a total of 135 accounts that are active. This is not easy, but it's doable because you can maintain 135 accounts. Number 2, reward bonuses. So rewards, once you're on this elite, you can, when you refer someone, you make $30. you also receive 25% direct quant. Here is the twist of the game. When anyone joins your team, remember, if you want to profit from the new system, you cannot say that you will bring people direct. Because when you bring people direct to yourself, then you will miss out on the rewards of the second rank. It means that for you to get rewarded in a business, someone, can you switch off your microphone? Someone switching on their microphone. If you want to be rewarded, it means you must have a team. Yes, you must have a team. Because Royalq says to get the daily... Who's unmuting? Who's unmuting? You man, who is unmuting? Who is unmuting their microphone? Is someone from Charulangira here? Let me first work on you. Okay. All right, let me continue. Okay. Let me just... Oh, it is this picture here. Okay. Okay. These ones... Let me close the chat. These ones usually disturb. They disturb. Need to remove these ones. They usually disturb. They're like they have demons. My co-hosts, I think you needed to... Okay. I hope it's handled. All right, so let's go. So basically, where was I? So it means that just here, you will need to have a team, because when you decide to bring people direct, then remember the daily referral pool bonus, the pool that will be put by Royalq, where everybody who activates their robot, $20 gets into that pool. It's a weighted distribution. Weighted means that you must have... The word weighted means that you must have an elite in your team to make some good money here. So there is also the daily quant, which is 20%, and it's also weighted. So the weighted details, you will receive 1 share once you have the rank. That is good, which means that everybody that has 135 people in his team and 20 directs automatically qualifies. But the one who has more elites in his team gets more share. Break it down simple. I asked Royalq. See me, I don't want to be in Kwangala Konkoto. I asked Royalq to clarify this for me to understand. Hey, the screenshot is not here. So here on iPhone, they delete the messages automatically, but I have it somewhere. I think I sent this to my brother. Let me cross-check his chat very fast here. Very fast. But usually my phone doesn't share screen. But let me see. Okay. Can you be able to see my screen? I believe so. So basically, Royalq says that when a new user activates their account, 20 IRB activation fee will go to the elite pool and is distributed among the same rank users. So if they are 10, they have to share. If another user has an extra elite in their team, so if they are going to share 4, if the total money is $100 and they were going to share it 4, since one has an extra elite, the 100 will be divided into 5. The other ones will get $20. But the one who has an extra will get $40. That's what Royalq is going to distribute. Now, listen to me.
Leader Julius, we can't see your screen, sir. Sorry to disturb.
You don't see my screen, eh?
Yes, the screen is off.
Hey. So I was just speaking to myself. Sorry, just one more time. Okay, just one more time. Okay. Yeah, I know my phone doesn't want to share screen. It has a private something. But okay, let's now get here. So it means that once you are an elite, yes, Royalq, whoever is an elite, at first it will be a very profitable system because everybody will share on other people's efforts. Everybody will share on other people's efforts. And the one who is more hardworking and has more elites in his team will make more money. The same continues with other ranks. If you're a principal advisor, the same, it is weighted. Once you want to be a global partner, the twist comes in because here now, you'll be able to have more elites. You need to have more principal advisors to be able to have 10 advisory points to receive these other bonuses that happen monthly into your account. So there is additional information that all bonus pools use weighted distribution mechanism. So advisors can earn additional shares based on the number of advisors on the same level they develop. All conditions require valid users with current month. The accounts must be active. The system will automatically update users at the beginning of each month. So it will be a monthly quota-based system. Now, I'm not against the compensation plan. My biggest challenge is here, and I want to share with everybody to understand me, and I'll keep it simple. At the start of the journey, if there will be less, let me say, elites, the profits will be huge. How many of you agree with me? Because they'll be sharing, because there are less. If there are 4, and the activations of the day are 10,000 activations, sorry, there are 1,000 activations times 20, these guys will share some good money. They will share $20,000 and they will be happy because the bonus is good. But after some good time, if more people qualify, no matter how many people have activated, if more people qualify, no matter how many people have activated, the bonus keeps on reducing. In all ranks. Number 2, you'll all agree with me that we cannot all put in the same effort. Does that make sense? We all cannot put in the same effort. Some people will have more effort, some people will have less effort. And because of that, since there is less effort distribution, some will have worked while others have worked less, no matter how many elites you develop in your team. Number 2. This means that, for example, if this is my upline, me, I understand very fast. If this is my upline, automatically my upline has more chances of having more elites. Does that make sense? My upline has chances to have more elites than me, which means basically, at the end of the day, you always make more money. So it is not effort-based system. I'm not against it. I've seen people who say, but when it comes out automatically, my friend, me, I will make a lot of money. I've seen people say, but this guy, but at the end of the day, me, I don't believe that me, I should be able to make a lot of money myself alone. Let me open the chat again because I need your questions in the next few minutes. Is the message home? Let me know in the chat. Is the message home? So that's why I'm calling upon everybody that we write to Royalq and request Royalq to just revise the compensation plan. Yes, to revise. I have been part of the V6 weighted pool, and the reason why I don't earn it because I don't have a V6 under me. I don't know if the new criteria, if someone will not have an elite under them, they will still earn that money. But currently, Royalq says everybody will earn. That's why I'm calling upon all of us to write to Royalq so that they look through the compensation plan. Not because me, I will not profit. Man, it will work for me. Most of the V6s have retired. Yeah, and I still have one of the most viable teams with the leaders. So it means I'll still be able to make the money because I will have the points to qualify. Does that make sense? At first, it will be very profitable. But in the longevity of the business, as more people rank up, some people say, but some will not have the numbers, but the numbers can be good. People like me who are very strategic. It's very easy to have the numbers. A lot of events, it is very easy. My team members and all over the world. So that's why we are calling upon all of us to write to Royalq and ask Royalq to revise the plan a little bit. It needs to be revised because of lack of equal effort reward distribution. I get 100 people in my team. On that day, Peter gets one person in their team, but they share with me equally. Is that fair? Just I want to ask to know, because I might be complaining for nothing. Is that fair? I'm not against the plan, because trust me, even if it passes as it is, I will sit down, strategize, and make sure I maximize the compensation plan. So that's why some people are saying, my reader, it will pass. My friend, trust me, I will sit down if the plan passes as it is and strategize. I'm very good at strategies on how to maximize the compensation plan. I'm not a guy you can return to poverty. Even if it requires me to put my legs in water, me, I can. Even if it requires me to sleep at the top of the tree, me, I can. What causes the difference? I can sacrifice anything for me to maximize something. Just to know. But we are saying, if we write and they look through and they amend, it works for everybody. Okay. I will request my brother, Mr. Robert, since he's here, I give him some few minutes to enlighten on that. Thank you so much, sir.
Lovely, sir. Thank you so much for organizing this, my dear brother Julius. Is my voice clear?
Yes, sure, you can hear you very well.
All right, lovely. I agree with you completely, Leader Julius. It's perfect what you just said. This plan For those people who are already leaders, it is very, very profitable for them. In fact, many of the V6 who may have retired, or maybe even the V5s, or maybe some of the V4s, this plan is this new upcoming plan is very profitable, very, very profitable. We will be making money when all the leaders, yeah, we will be making money when this is implemented, because initially it will be big. But the key point is we want our people, we want all our members, we want those people who are working hard to also benefit. And one of the things that I notice is you will be paid $30 on your direct referral. $30 direct referral. But the thing is, when someone joins you, you do not abandon them. You will also help their downlines. Their downlines. You will be coaching, you will be mentoring, you will be answering their questions. You will be doing a lot of work. All these new people, they will be doing a lot of work. But the thing is, they will not get paid until they become an elite, until they develop 135 team members, they will not become an elite. So all that, they will not get paid. But us at the top, we will get a share. We will get paid. I do not, I will never say no to money. But the thing is, it has to be fair money. It has to be money that is distributed fairly to everybody. We must reward effort. Right now, when I look at my personal team size, and right now, when I look at where I am, I'm very sure the moment it starts, I will be at one of the higher pools. There's no doubt about it. But what about the rest? We are concerned about the rest. So that is the reason, like what Leader Julius said, yeah, if all of you, you want to have something which is fair, you should write your concerns to the company. We are not against the company. The company seems to be very fair to us, to the leaders. It's very fair to us. It also has to be fair to everybody. Yeah. So you guys can write. I would highly recommend the current plan that we are using right now is one of the best plans in the market. It has done its job really, really well for the last 4 years. Incredible. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing plan that actually rewards your effort. It rewards those people who work hard. It rewards, and we can celebrate the winners. We can celebrate the success, and it's a process. And as you go through that process and as you rank up, you get greater and greater benefits. It's an incredible plan. It's an industry standard plan. So we can actually retain that plan. We can retain the plan with some modifications, whatever modification that Royalq deems is wise. Like what Leader Julius said, I will stand by with whatever the company does at the end. I will stand by and I will submit to their final call. But the thing is, if you guys want something that is fair for everybody, please write in. I am writing every day. Every day I write in. For the last 3 days, I've been writing every day. And every day I'm raising my concern. I'm doing this so that everybody, regardless of where you may be, which part of the world you may be, under which team you may be, you benefit. So that's my goal. Yeah. So that's my take. I hope all of you will do the same, so that this is a wonderful platform. We are at the cusp of the biggest bull run ever. It's going to be amazing. The fantastic market is starting, and at this time, we should not go and change the plan that has been working so well for everybody. Yeah, so that is my take. So I wish everybody well, and I pass this back to Leader Julius.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Robert, for your input. All right. Yes, finally, now we are back. Finally, now we are back. So I will request Leader Saul to drop the email in the chat. Okay, you can send your query to the Royalq email. I have sent mine already. So you can always send you to their email and they'll always reply you once they receive the message. Now we are into the question and answer session. Since the market is getting fair, the best way to use Royalq is to use indicators. Okay? The best way to use Royalq is to use indicators. So the message is going to be dropped. One of the draft messages we have already got from Mr. Rubet, from Leader Dixon, is going to be dropped by Leader Sembatia. Leader Sembatia, if you're on the call, please drop the message or drop it in our different groups and chat rooms for those willing to participate. Since the market is getting better, the best way to use Royalq is to use the Royalq inbuilt indicators. And so, since it's a question and answer session, when the markets get better, the indicators work best. Okay? The indicators work best because they give you non-stop maximization of the board. Royalq has built 3 major indicators for us. 1 is the RSI, 2 is the KDJ, and 3 is the MACD. Those 3 inbuilt indicators, they simplify the task or the approach on the market and help you maximize profit. In the futures market, I would recommend a 1% take profit. In the futures market, I would recommend a 1% take profit, a maximum of 1.5 take profit. A leverage that doesn't exceed 10%. But if you could take a 5x, if you could take a 5x, you would be on a fair value approach. Now it is time for your questions. Feel free to raise up your hand. That was because today is a question and answer session. I'll create some co-hosts to help me up in answering your questions. I have so many leaders here. Hey, I have so many leaders here. So many that can answer questions. When I scroll through, I might even make everybody a course. I have so many leaders who know what to do on the call. So you can ask your question and we see how best we can answer you. We shall have different insights from different leaders on how this could be approached. Question number 1, can you use indicators in futures? Let's start from there. The first question is, can you use indicators for futures? Okay, so I'll open my Royalq. Okay, so this is our Royalq. And on Royalq, we have 2 areas. Number 1, we have the spot market and we have the futures market. Number 2, we have the USDT market and we have the USDC market. Remember, you cannot trade in both markets at the same time unless they are different coins. So don't say, I'll trade USDT, let me trade this coin in USDT, and I also trade it in USDC. You can only choose one of the two because you cannot trade the same coin in USDT and the same coin in USDC. So you must choose one. So if you have chosen that, then 2, we have this area. We have currencies and we have prices. So here you can always see the price. The profitability of the coin doesn't always depend on the price. I've had people who say, can I really trade Bitcoin? Because I see it is expensive. Let me go for these coins that are cheap. Maybe this 1,000 sats is the cheapest. It's what will give me more money. No, it's not about the price. It's about the entry you make in the market. Okay? All right. Then this side, we have 24-hour percentage change. This is the change of the market in the last 24 hours. Okay? So you have coins that are outperforming others in performance. So let's say you want to trade Epic. But like I said in our previous training, before you trade, you must be able to understand the trend of the market. And like I said in the previous training, before you come here and pick any coin to trade, the first step, go to any browser of your choice. So I will take Chrome, is my browser. Come here, simple. Write in BTC Dominance Chart Live. go to trading view and look at the dominance, okay, of Bitcoin. And I'll just open the candles here for you to see. When you look at the dominance of Bitcoin, red candles represent sellers, green candles represent buyers. You can basically see that the Bitcoin dominance, according to the time frame of 1 day that I have chosen here, the Bitcoin dominance is going down. I can go to 4 hours. You all see the Bitcoin dominance is going down. So it means that when the Bitcoin dominance is going down, this provides an opportunity of other cryptocurrencies to rise. When the Bitcoin dominance is rising, okay, let me say in 15 minutes. Even here, let me see. Yeah, here it is just trying to rise a little bit. But when the Bitcoin dominance is rising, then it means it is more money is getting into Bitcoin versus other cryptocurrencies. So having seen that generally the Bitcoin dominance is dropping, then you know that you expect other coins to be on an uptrend. Ladies and gentlemen, don't trade against the market trend. Having said that, so I'm in futures. So the question is, can I use indicators to trade? So let's open. So this is the coin trade setting. Down here, you have enter parameters. So I just tap here. So we have the configuration on advanced settings. You have several indicators, RSI. You have several indicators, MACD. You have several indicators, KDJ. So on the long, it will be a golden cross on KDJ. On a long, it will be a golden cross on MACD. But when you go to the other side, on a short, for the person who asked, I hope you know, on a short on a KDJ, it will be a death cross. On a short on MACD, it will be a death cross. So meaning that maybe the RSI could bring in the confusion, but it will also be on the overbought area. It will not be the oversold. So when the coin is overbought, once it is the overbought, then you can short. So it means that we can use indicators to trade in the futures market. Have I answered you, sir? Have I answered you, sir? All right. Okay. This one said, I used MACD in the night and it gave me good profits on algo. Yes, Dr. Gideon, could you share? Did you use MACD in futures, MACD in spot? Was it a death cross? Was it a golden cross? You could be able to share. This one I have answered. Which of these indicators is the better to use? Okay. On the 3 indicators, the MACD, the KDJ, and the RSI, which one is the better to be used? Okay. So let me just come back here. If there is any leader with an input, please feel free. Me, I'm always very open. So we have 3 indicators. We have the RSI, which is a real-time indicator. I want you to listen to me. The RSI is a real-time indicator. It is an indicator that gives you what is happening now in the market. We have a MACD that is a lagging indicator. The MACD is a lagging indicator because it uses moving averages. It uses a moving average of 12 and a moving average of 26. If we could just go back a little bit. Okay, let's take this. Where is the MACD here? So I'll remove all other indicators and press the MACD. So the MACD is here. It is a very good indicator because it uses moving averages. It uses a moving average of 26 and a moving average of 12. When the moving average of 12 crosses a moving average of 26, that's where the golden cross happens. So it's a lagging indicator. So if you don't want to go into the market very early, because the RSI will give you what is happening right now, giving you opportunity to get into the market at an earlier stage. But the RSI could sometimes cause you to make wrong entries if at all you are very greedy and you are not using oversold or overbought areas. But if you decide to use the RSI and use overbought areas, if you are shorting the market, then it will be very hard for you to get wrong signals. So also, like I said, I would recommend a take profit of 1%, a leverage of 5x to protect your money. That even when the market goes against you, you reduce your risk. The other thing is that if you are not yet accustomed to the RSI, the KDJ could be a little bit better than the RSI, because the death cross of the KDJ, when K crosses D, it gives you a better opportunity to enter when the death cross happens above 80%. In the morning, I talked about that the KDJ moves from 0 to 100, which will help you maximize the opportunity. So if you have fear, then the KDJ and the MACD could be best indicators for you, because trading still goes back to what your risk appetite is. Okay, someone says, it was a golden cross in futures above 0. Thank you, Gideon. So Gideon loves the MACD. He takes the golden cross in futures above 0. You'll find that, like I've said in the previous lessons, that when a golden cross happens above the 0 line, in most cases, or it happens in the green histogram area, the market does well. So by you taking that decision, it's usually a perfect move. How do you use stop loss in futures? Okay, to me, in Royalq, yes, you can apply stop loss. But to me, you can only get liquidated in Royalq if you use high leverage. I don't know if people understand me. If you want to reduce your risk of losing money in futures, use low leverage. Don't do 20x. Don't do 10x. If you still, especially now that the market is highly volatile, use low leverage of 5x, because when you use low leverage, you have higher chances of not getting liquidated. The challenge with most of you want to collect money, too much money, in a short period of time. What I call trading is the ability and the power to take small profits repeatedly over time. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. The ability of a trader to take small profits repeatedly over time is what trading is all about. But once a trader develops a mindset that I want to collect too much now, they increase their risk and they increase their loss of the money. That's why I never discuss about stop loss. Okay? That's why I never discuss about stop loss. Because when you apply your margin calls and use less leverage, it is very hard for you to get liquidated. Number 2, starting with a small fast buying amount. Most of you want to reach heaven now, but you don't want to die. So what you do, you decide to use very huge fast buying amounts so that you collect a lot of money in a short period of time. This is what happens. When you are in the futures market and you start with a very big fast buying amount, when your robot buys the margin calls don't make sense. Because whenever your robot wants to buy, it finds that it is now buying with a less amount that it started with. But when you start with a very small amount and the robot buys, it keeps on pushing your average price closer to your current price, which causes the coin to get out of the market faster. The only challenge you focus on, you always just focus on the liquidation price. But when you put your eye on the liquidation price and you started with a very big fast buying amount, this affects your returns. Am I clear? But if you want to use a stop loss, I have no problem. I teach you how to do everything. Me, I have no problem. So let me say you are trading a coin. Where are you? I think I have a coin that went against me. Let me go. Here is a coin. So what do you do if you want to put up a stop loss? What do you do? Okay, you want to put up a stop loss. So you just come here on close and you type in the price at which you want your robot to sell. For example, when I take this coin and I look at it, then I put in the price here. I enter the price, maybe 0.02. Once it reaches here, I will be a millionaire. It means the zeros are many. 0.1. So what I'm trying to say, these are not my things. I don't need to pass a lot of time. What I want to say, you enter the price at which you want to sell. And once you type it here, your Royalq will show you that once it reaches that price, this is the estimated sell profit. Or there you will see the estimated sell loss. It is not my thing. Me, I'm not a person who needs stop loss. So if your category is a stop loss person, that's what you do. I'm not going to die myself on stop loss. So type it in there. Mister, I don't need stop loss. Stop loss is for people who want to always lose money in the market. Why should I start shaking? By the way, let me tell you guys. Do you know that trading in futures is the easiest? Give me one and I explain why. Do you know why trading in futures is the easiest? Give me one and I give you a reason why. Give me one, may I give you a reason why? Give me one, may I give you a reason? Because in futures, you just need to know the trend. How many have understood? You just need to know the trend. You don't need to gamble. Let me go back here. You don't need to gamble. When I open this coin and I say, I want to go long, I bring the moving averages. I press them here. Candles are forming below the moving average. Is this coin on a long? Is this coin on a short? Is this coin on an uptrend or a downtrend? Give me some answers in the chat. I don't need to gamble. Is this coin on an uptrend? Is this coin on a downtrend? Some answers in the chat. Some answers in the... That is the most important requirement in futures. Don't trade against the market trend. When you go short on a coin that is on an uptrend, trying to think and say, okay, you see now I've seen some red candle. I've seen some red candle. It is going to start going down. You will sweat plasma. How many of you have tried it that you see a coin is starting to go down, you enter, and then it changes drastically? That is where you start asking for stop loss. That's where you start. This is not a futures class, my friend. That's where you start asking for stop loss. Help me. I'm dying. I'm dying. The market castrates you immediately. So don't trade against the market trend. If the trend of the market is a downtrend, don't ask for long. Am I speaking to someone? Let me know in the chat. When the market is on an uptrend, now the general market is on an uptrend. Do stop thinking when it reaches up there, unless you are using an indicator. Do we copy the difference? Do we copy the difference? Unless you are using an indicator like KDJ, that once it crosses there in 80, then when it gets to 80, that's when you, unless you are, but when you follow the market trend, I have Coach Musa here. Let me bring him to add something about that, because I know he's very good with the futures. Coach Musa, can you hear me? Let me make you a co-host. You're already a co-host. I have Coach Musa here. Can you say something about the market trend? Because that's all. Futures is the easiest. Let me see if he's available. Coach Musa, can you hear me? Can you say something?
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Leader Juniors. And
Good morning.
good morning, everyone. Thanks for the amazing job you're doing. I think you're pretty clear, especially with regards to the futures market. Just like you did say, with the futures market, you don't need to assume, right? You need to put less of assumptions and go with reality happening in the market. So, and because the end game is taking very small profit, but repeatedly, then playing along the trend can be the most safest way of trading in the futures market. You don't have to assume because the trend has gone so much. Yes, sometimes you may bring in the aspects of the indicator, just like you said, maybe applying some bit of the trend. Yeah, because of course, the aspect of the trend, the retracement and then the rejection levels. So before you put into consideration that if the trend is on a rise, the only thing you need to do is probably to make sure you don't take so much, okay? Because 1% is one of the percentage that is easily achievable in the market. And by the fact that you have a leverage multiple, which is going to help you multiply your capital, I believe even if you make $5, $10 is more than sufficient than going greedy, thinking you want to take 5%, and then it turns out to be, a nightmare. So I think much of this could come out clearly, maybe when it comes to the class. Maybe I'll find time as well and try to chip in more in details about that. But just an highlight and to add on to what you just said, that is it. Yeah.
Thank you. So you see, guys, and you don't need a lot of money in futures. You see, me, I'm a very slow guy. When I hit my target, I love taking my profit and then do something. You see, I traded with, I think yesterday, I used this $30. And let me I tell you, I used the $30. I found this coin called 1000 Floki. This one. It was on an uptrend. I said, God, thank you for the opportunity. Let me cycle this coin until it understands that I'm not a joking subject. I took my 1% and see it gave me 3, it gave me 5, it gave me, and at the end of the day, I was able to collect $21 from 30. Then I started over again. And today, Bome, I've used the $30. It was, I think Coach Musa gave it yesterday. And someone called me at night. I told him, you are dying because of too much leverage. Guys who are suffering with leverage, just reduce the leverage. Reduce the leverage, keep it very low. You will not suffer with the business. I don't need it even to be on the coin checking, as long as the trend is clear. As long as the trend is clear, take 1%, take 1%, take 1%, take 1%. Yes, Brother Emmanuel. This guy is the one who teaches us futures in our community. Brother Emmanuel, please, could you come in?
All right, so good morning to you all. Okay, so I just wanted to chip in something about the stop loss. All right, so personally, I'm not a fan of using a stop loss in my trade, but then the sake of those who would want to use stop loss, especially those who has been sweating plasma. So maybe stop loss wouldn't be something so severe to help you. I don't see stop loss as something that will help your trade, because it's a way of preventing you from making profits, but then it's also help you in a way. So let me use this opportunity to share my screen and then also say something more about that. So so for those seeking or asking more about the stop loss, you have to, after you've set up the trade, okay, after you set up the trade, so let's see. Okay, so I have this particular trade here. So this start. So for instance, this particular one, click on this trade, okay? So you click just like he did, you click on close. Now, after clicking on close, you realize that check the current price of the assets and then also the average price. Now, looking at the difference, we have the average price. So presently, this particular trade is on, I think, long. Let me see. Yes, so it's on long, okay? And then the hedged side of it is on short. So um you click on this, you click on close. Now, since it's on long, it simply means when the price goes down, if it goes against you intensively, you'll be liquidated, right? So check the current price. Now, the current price, simply this over here, looking at the current price simply means it's presently going against you, right? So presently the price of this asset, that is the current price, is going against me and I'm making a loss of. If you click on the current price now, so let's assume to click on the current, if you click on the current price now, you realize that it's going against me with a price of, I think, around $11.8 now. $11.8. So if I think I want to reduce my losses, that is where the idea of stop loss comes in. That is where the idea of stop loss comes in. So you come to the trigger price, you consider a valuable amount that will be either below or above your stop loss. So presently, 0.00917 is the current price, which simply means going against me at that particular price. So I can choose to, since I'm long, I can choose to reduce it small. So 0.0009. Very good. Let me see, 0.00, we can use 0.008. So looking at 0.008, it simply means I can afford to lose only $84. If $84 is too huge for me to lose, I can choose to reduce it to, let's say, 0.009, which simply means presently I'm already losing $11 out of the trade or out of my capital. So if I make it 0.009, it simply means I can afford to lose $23 out of my entire amount. So once I enter this value, anytime the market drops to 0.009, my trade will automatically close. It will exit out of the market, right? So doing this, you are just preventing yourself from making profits, and at the same time, you are just reducing your risk of losing excess, right? And me personally, I'm not a fan of using because I've explained to you that if you open margin calls, margin calls are more advantageous, and smart traders using dollar cost averaging, that is margin calls in their trade, whereas we the fearful ones also use stop loss. So if you go for stop loss, this is a simple way that you can go for the stop loss. So you check the current price of the assets. If you check the current price of the assets, and then if it's on long, you decide to reduce it small. So reducing it simply means when it goes below that particular price, you will check if you can afford to lose $23. If $23 is okay for you, if you think you want to increase it small, you can choose to increase the value, so that at least if you can afford to lose $43 or $45 or $50 out of your entire margin, and that will be okay for you, you choose to go for that. So that is something small that I can chip in. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, my leaders. Okay. All right, I have a question here in the chat. Okay, Mr. Kabanda, when would you end the cycle? Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, the cycle is easily ended by the indicator. Look here. Let me just share my screen. I apply the indicator to end my cycle. Okay. For example, let me take this coin called the Bome. You see, Bome is on an uptrend, right? And if I press this coin on the cycle, what I will do, I'll just come here on trade setting. Okay, it's on a long, right? So I come here on trade setting, advanced, and I can apply any indicator. And the indicator I could apply, maybe I could apply the RSI. And I say, since it's on a long, don't buy again until the RSI of 12 and the RSI of 24 go in the oversold area. That is one way. Number two, I could use the cooling off period Does that make sense? I could use the cooling off period and I say, my robot. So I need to get to a calculator because that uses seconds, okay? So if I'm around online, because it uses seconds. So in one minute, we have 60 seconds. Is that right? So in 1 minute, we have 3,600 seconds. So let me say, I want to do this in 1 hour. 1 hour has 60 minutes. So I put 21, but I've never used it, but I'm just giving you because me, I don't need it. But you can come here, but it is in seconds. 21. So 21,600, 21,600. So you see it has a limit of 1 minute. You see? 21,600. It has a limit of 1 minute. So the cooling period just means waiting time for opening the trade after the strategy is fully closed. So for me to win this better, I can apply an indicator and say, please, once you sell, do not buy again until this coin goes back to the oversold area. And let me tell you guys, once this coin is on an uptrend, whenever this coin tries to go down here, my robot will always buy. Is that clear? My robot will always buy. It buys, it sells. It buys, it sells. As long as the coin is on an uptrend, I will trade it until the coin gets mad. And I can always keep my trades in 15 minutes if that is my goal. And as long as this coin is on an uptrend, whenever it will come to the oversold area, the robot will buy. Versa V. Understand that if a coin is on an uptrend, the MACD will always cross above in the green histogram area. So what I will do, I'll just get to the same coin, come here on advanced. Instead of me putting this coin on RSI, I'll put it on MACD. And I say, whenever a golden cross happens, when a 12 moving average crosses a 26 moving average in the 15 minutes time frame, and it is above the zero line, not below, above the zero line, bingo. So my robot is on an uptrend. This coin is on a cycle. Whenever the golden cross will happen, my robot will buy. Whenever the golden cross will happen, my robot will buy. The other thing I could do, I could use the KDJ. It's now saving. And iPhones are funny. There is a way they behave as if they are the creators of the robot. The other thing I can do, I can use the KDJ. And I say, whenever this robot buys and it sells, whenever the K crosses the D less than 30, because when I do less than 30, I'm reducing my risk. So I reduce my risk that whenever it goes less than 30, let my robot buy. My friend, it will sell and wait until the golden cross, and it buys, sell, wait until, as long as this coin is on an uptrend, I will milk it until the coin says, forgive me, sir, I'll never repeat disturbing you for the rest of my life. And those of you who love sport, there is no reason why you don't come and use those indicators. Those of you who love the sport market, I'm no longer your category. I'm not a guy of your sport market. So sport users, please, there is no reason why you don't cycle Ethereum. There is no reason why you don't cycle Solana. There is no reason why you don't cycle Sui. Because those are utility tokens, tokens that have utility. And if you want to maximize it, either use KDJ or RSI, because the MACD could be very slow. But even if you are okay, because MACD is also good above the zero line, there is no reason why you don't cycle XRP. There is no reason why you don't cycle HBAR. There is no reason why you don't cycle XLM. There is no reason why you don't cycle Chainlink. Those are utility tokens, okay? For the meme tokens, wait when you come here on CoinMarketCap. When you come here back to CoinMarketCap, if you want to cycle meme tokens, wait until you come here to market cap. And when you come to check the trending coin, it is time for the meme tokens. The coins, because I've told you the reason, I gave you in the morning, come and check coins that are trending. Most of the coins that are trending are utility tokens apart from Doge. So what you are going to do is that you want to take opportunity. Whenever the MACD crosses, you are making money. Take 1% repeated over time, because as we speak right now, 50% of the alta coins have outperformed Bitcoin. I have told you that we get into the super alta coin season when 75% of the coins outperform Bitcoin. Are we home? Now someone is going to say, I know Julius personally. He will teach me. He will teach me. Is the message home? Is the message home? Okay, let me see. When setting the signal, should I put the coin in isolated or hedge? Number one, the coin must be in hedge. If you are trading one coin at a time, keep your coins in cross. If you are trading many, then isolated is a good to go. Hi, coach. I have a coin that is not moving. I used a leverage of 10 with 7 margin calls, but it has bought 3 and it's at negative 199. It is running for 1 day and 12 hours and 14 minutes. Go and check the coin in your exchange and check your margin ratio. Where is your margin ratio? If your margin ratio is 18, 20, 30, up to below 50, you are still safe. Just remain calm. But if you were shorting that coin and the general market structure is on long, you are going to sweat plasma. I hope that is clear. If you decide to short the market and the market is on long, general on long, just know you are going to sweat plasma. The best advice is for you to hedge the coin. Okay? If you had created a short, create a long against the same coin so that you could be able to reduce on your losses. I think, let me invite Brother Emmanuel, could you share your screen and show people about how to hedge a coin? You traded a short, but the general market structure is a long. The hedging of the coin helps you to overcome your loss. Could you share your screen about that, sir? Because I saw you also love hedging.
Okay, so let me do that. Okay. All right, so I think hedging is also one of the ways to, reduce or control your losses by ensuring you win from the other side of the market whilst the market is going, or while the trend is going against you. So, for instance, I have a particular trade that I've just hedged not long ago. So over here, you click on the trade, the particular ongoing trade. So looking at this particular trade, that is Amster, okay? We have both long and then short position at the same time. So for instance, when you set up the trade, let me close this particular one, and then also after closing it, I'll try to hedge it again so that we can use that to learn. All right. Now, looking at this particular trade, you see, okay, now we've closed this. After closing this, you realize that now this is on long, and the long position is still the trend. We've not been able to hit our target yet, which simply means the trend is presently going against us. So at least you realize that once you set up this particular long position, it has gone against you like maybe 5%, 4%, or 5%. Realize that since it's going up, you could get an opportunity to short the trade. And when I short this particular trade, I've been in the profit about $10, and I've closed it and I've hedged it again, right? So by the time you close this particular trade, maybe this particular trade itself, I'm expected or you make a profit of maybe, let's assume, $15 here on this particular long position. But if you hedge the trade, by the time the trade will go against you for it to reverse up to your trend, hedging it, you would have made around $20 to $30 on the opposite direction of the market before your actual trend will begin to be filled out, right? So in that case, you just come here, you click on this particular side, you can see the plus sign. So they said, let me see. So they said, create a short strategy. Create a short strategy. So we are going to create a short strategy for this particular trade. So you just click on the plus sign. Now, after clicking on the plus sign, automatically you realize that automatically it will be on short. Automatically it will be on short because you are already trading on the long position. Since you are trading on the long position, once you click on the trade on the short, automatically it will be here. You click on trade settings. After clicking on trade settings, personally I have this one here already, so that is 460 USDT. That will be your position amount. Then if you have the setup, you can choose to increase the setup or reduce the setup based on the amount of money that you have. So mind you, before you do the hedge, you need to get extra capital. Okay, you need to get extra capital before you can hedge the trade, so that part of the money can be used to buy margin calls through. In addition, you need to take notice of that. So after doing the setup, you can see the setup, right? Then you click on save. After clicking on save, you click on confirm. Now you click on activate. So you click on create, you go back. Now this is the trade. So automatically we have it here. Automatically we have the trade here, right? So if you want to hedge the trade, you just look at the opposite part of the market. And since maybe you cannot do technical analysis, let's assume maybe you can't do analysis to get to know more, just consider this. The ROI, the rate at which the market is rising against your trade. The rate at which the market is rising against your trade. So for instance, once I enter this trade and I realize that, okay, it's going against me around, let's say, negative 4%, negative 4%, and I check out to see. So in an easier way, you've been taught about the moving averages and then also the MACD. You can also confirm using the moving averages to know how the trend is going. And I've still realized that it's still on an uptrend. But maybe there is a possible opportunity using other indicators. There will be good, very good. So you can see that now, looking at this particular trend of the market, what is the trend now? What is the trend of the market now? What's the trend of the market now? Using the 15-minute time frame, what's the trend of the market now? Very good. Very good. So looking at this, I can see that on a short period, there will be a possible opportunity for me in this market. So I can choose to use that opportunity to short it within a short period of time, see the profit I can do, what I can make, you see. So that would be a simple way to go by that. And after doing that, the little profit you get, you can choose to close the trade. And using the hedge, by the time you realize, by the time this particular trade will be out of the market, you would have even make excess profits in addition to this profit that you are, the expectation of this particular account that you are expecting to make that profits from, right? So hedging the trade is very simple, and I think this is the illustration that I've been able to illustrate here. So I guess this will help you. Okay.
Thank you so much. Just to add something small to what my leader shared, you can even use the indicators to help you if you are not good at technical analyzation. The English is not Englishing. Technical analyzation of the market. So basically, this is the coin. If I'm not good at analyzing the market, I will, like he said, I will just get on this coin and I create a short. Okay? If I'm not good at analyzing the market, after putting in my settings, you know, when it comes to settings, I'm not a guy of so much settings. So after I put in my settings, for example, for $40, it was 2. Okay, so I will just add a 0. 204. That is 50. So by this mathematics, let me go back and I show you. So I will, since I'm creating my strategy, I'm not a guy of so much strategies. 209494, just to show you, divide by 5, which gives me 418 coins. If I want to use, like, let me say $20. So it gives me that times my leverage. Remember, when you are hedging, you cannot change the leverage. So the leverage remains the same, which you used previously. So I'll go in for this leverage to show you. 3, 7. What did I get? Okay, I'll just add a 0, 8, 3, 7, 6. 3, 7, 6. I add a 0. So I come here on the trigger price and I say KDJ when it is less than 60. Okay. So let me go, since it's already down, I could even lower it down to 60 because it's a death cross. Then I confirm. Even if you are not good at technical analysis, then you start the coin. You see, Royalq will not buy. Sorry, guys. Royalq will not buy. Once you go back to the trade, just to refresh, iPhones. But it is supposed to show up here. But you know, iPhones is another subject. So you see, waiting for KDJ condition to trigger. It means that this coin wants to go short. But before it goes short, is waiting for the KDJ to trigger. Once it triggers, because you can always even look at it here, the K and the D. So it is waiting for it to trigger. Once it triggers, okay, then it is going to buy it. So even if you are not good at technical analysis, you can be able to use indicators like I've shown you KDJ or MACD to be able to create an entry point in the market. Is that clear? Is that clear? Let me know in the chat. Is that clear? Is that clear? So even if you are not good at reading candles and interpreting moving averages, you can use like the KDJ. When it makes a death cross, your robot will make an entry. If you want to go long, once it makes a golden cross, your robot will make an entry. Okay, all right. So another question? We are about to finish the call. We're already here for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Kind advice when and when not to use the AI margin call. Okay, let's understand how the AI margin call works so that you can personally go and decide either to use it or not. Okay. So when I switch on the AI margin call, what am I trying to bring into my app? Royalq says, switching on AI margin call. When the AI margin call is switched on and reaches the drop percentage, maybe your drop was 1%, intelligent monitoring will start. And the margin call will be made when the appropriate value is reached. Meaning that when you enable the AI margin call, ladies and gentlemen, the robot will say, okay, when on your setting, you said when this coin drops 2%. So the coin has reached a 2% drop. But then the AI is monitoring to see where this 2% drop the robot has reached. Is it a perfect area where the market is expected to reverse? Remember, the robot doesn't buy. Let me, I'm not using a PC, but let me explain something. Look here. When you say margin call drop 1 is 1%, so when the coin drops 1% and it rises by the buying callback of 0.5 here, the robot will buy. When you are using margin calls without AI, but when you switch on the AI, when the coin drops 1% and it rises by the buying callback of 0.5, the robot will not buy. The AI will be monitoring to see if where this buying callback has risen is the perfect area for the market reversal. So switching on AI is basically for capital protection. You are protecting your capital so that your robot buys your margin calls at the best opportunity possible in the market. So whether you switch it on or switch it off is up to you. Is the message home? Let me know. Is the message home? Whether you will switch, you need to switch it off, or you don't need to switch off. Me, I don't, I just want you to understand. So whether you switch it on, whether you don't switch it on, the rest is up to you. Okay? When you don't switch it off, it means the robot when you don't switch it off, it means the robot will follow your instructions. When you switch it on, the robot will protect your capital. While recruiting, do we introduce our prospects to futures to spot? I request you use our system, start with the spot market. Okay, since futures is an advanced market, let them attend training and learn how futures work. Okay, don't bring someone to futures direct, because once they get liquidated, you will understand them. The other thing is that when people join your team, start teaching them indicators in Royalq. I have emphasized this 100 times. Make sure, let them learn how to use the indicators to make entries in the market. Does that make sense? Once they learn to provide settings of their bot, let them learn to use the indicators to make entries in the market. Give me a 2 if that is clear. Teach them. This is MACD. This is KDJ. All right? That's why we do those classes so many times. This is MACD. This is KDJ. This is RSI. Let them understand so that they use indicators to make entries in the market. Okay. Don't teach people moving averages, Bollinger Bands, because it brings a lot of confusion. Let them learn indicators and use indicators to make entries in the market. After they have mastered the spot market, let them join you in futures and basically understand that if someone is a very high risk taker, once they understand the AI, they understand the indicators, you find they're even able to trade futures without you. Okay, they will make entries in futures without you. Someone says, beg pardon on AI, but this is something I've just finished, unless there is another question. This one is very, very, very not available. This one is fun. Please leave fun, because fun is a highly volatile coin. When you are trading in futures, there could be coins that are very funny, and one of them is the fun token. Since the meeting is recorded, sir, I hope you will go back. Fun is a very funny token. Unless you are using indicators to make its entry, it's not a token you can trade. It's not a coin you should trade. It's a funny coin. Its movements are funny. It misbehaves. I hope you can see it. Can you see it all? Even after giving a long trade, it later gave a strong drop. So to me, I would recommend that this coin was good, but it is highly manipulative. They manipulate it so much. So I would request you to leave this coin to be. There is also another coin called, is it Vicky? Something like that. It's structured, I think, is it this one? Or this one, I think. There are coins that have bad structure movements, okay, that are highly being manipulated. When you trade them, you are risking so much. I think this is also Vicky. Vicky is like fun, very funny token. It can show you it's on an uptrend, from nowhere it changes to a downtrend. It can show you it's on a downtrend from nowhere, so it means it is manipulated by market movers. Those we call them what? I've forgotten them. Those that enjoy the spread market in exchanges. So basically, I would request that you leave fun, because it will cause you a lot of problems. And someone says also FX. So, yeah, if you turn it off, you are safe. You want to protect your capital, switch it on. Switch it on. Yes, Magic, okay, Magic, FX, VIC. Yeah, so those are funny coins I would have experienced personally. So I would request you to leave it to be. So when a coin is highly manipulative, even when it shows you, I don't have a list. I've told you a few I have traded. So Vicky, Magic, Fun, they are very bad coins. I don't have a list. People think I'm a magician, that I trade everything. No, but those I have experienced, they are highly manipulative coins. Once you trade them, sometimes the market could go against your favor. Please, I don't have a list. I have given you a few coins I have traded personally. I've told you, Vicky and Fun. Someone says also FX. I don't know. Another one says magic. Please, I don't have a list. I've given you coins that I've got a challenge with. Yeah, especially coins with very low market capitalization. If you want to stay safe, when you trade the coins, but they are very slow. People always tell me to trade those major coins. But you see, man, I'm not a guy who wants to be on a coin as if I'm waiting for the return of something. So Ethereum, they are very slow. But once the trend is clear, other coins so far, they are good to go. Okay, the signal they gave, please explain how to go out of cycle in futures. I have already explained using indicators. I hope that's enough for today. 1 hour and 30 and 43 minutes is enough. Thank you so much for today. I have told you, if you are in the spot, if you are in futures, there is no reason why you don't look at coins like Ethereum. There is no reason why you don't look at coins like XRP, HBAR, SUI, Solana. Even if you try in futures, but use indicators that are lagging. MACD is a lagging indicator. Okay, don't use RSI. Instead of RSI, at least use KDJ. You'll be able to profit either on long or on short using those indicators, even if you press them on a cycle, because your robot will not buy again until the crossover happens. Thank you so much. Never always forget, if you're in the futures market, to try to cross-check your trades. It's key for your prosperity. See you, ladies and gentlemen, in the evening today, and see you on our coming classes. God bless you. Don't forget to write Royalq in their email if you resonate with the same rhyme that I'm resonating with other leaders, so that everybody will be able to earn from their efforts, not other people sleeping, because they are our uplines to earn on our effort. Please share signals. Signals are not shared here. Signals are shared on our Telegram and in our groups. Thank you so much. I hope, guys, are my leaders giving you signals? Are my leaders giving you signals? Let me know in the chat, because I see someone is complaining. Are my leaders giving you signals? They are doing that. They are doing that. They are doing that, surely. Yeah, they are doing that. Yes. Me, I may not be on the market all the time, but I have people who are doing that on my behalf, and they do it every day, wholeheartedly. I don't pay them, but they do that every day. Okay? There are few that will run, but we are giving signals. Have I given you ways to make money without signals? Let me know in the chat. Have I also given you ways to make money without signals? Now, I don't know what people want from me. I've told you how to use MACD. I've told you how to use KDJ. Now, my friend, I've told you how to trade without signals. We also provide signals. Now, what best do you want me to do for you, my friend? Use indicators to trade. Signals also come. My friend, if you are not making money, it is not my problem now. It is a personal problem. It is a personal problem. Thank you so much, my leaders. Thank you so much, Mr. Robert, for joining our call for today. Thank you so much, Ambassador Sowell. Thank you so much, Brother Emmanuel. I'll confirm. I don't know, today is the Friday. Today in the evening, we are going to talk about why Royalq, how to build wealth in Royalq, okay? For the coming 10 years. Where will you be financially? Don't miss that amazing class on how to build wealth with Royalq. Why should you trade? Why should you make profit? How should you use your profit you make in trading to build wealth? See you in that particular class in the evening, where we go extra mile to talk about a simple decentralized finance ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen, on how we could build our future. You know, usually brokers in Uganda say, you see that man that built that house? I was the owner of that land. And then the guy is broke, simply because along this journey, we have done different mistakes financially, I myself. And so in the evening, we take you through a step-by-step process, ladies and gentlemen, on how to build wealth, on how never to regret. Did you know that if you invested $1,000 in Bitcoin 13 years ago, you will have $82 million? So I'll be able to give you such statistics, ladies and gentlemen, on how you could be able to build wealth with Royalq, because the coming 10 years will depend on the decisions you take today. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Don't forget to write Royalq, because if you don't write, do you think I'll get the energy to come here and teach, yet I'm not getting paid? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. It will take a lot of energy and shift of mind for me to come here and speak. Yet the bonuses are sitting in a pool, being shared by sleeping rats that are busy there sleeping, waiting for hard work. So them they make my man. I'm not willing. It is not fair. So help me, join the cause, write Royalq. I don't want to work for rats that are sleeping. They want to continue sleeping and enjoy money. So I'm not willing. It should be effort-based opportunity. Whoever sleeps, let them rot. They should not eat my sweat. Imagine, from 7:30 a.m. to close to midday, over 6 hours, I'm on meetings. Repeat them in the evening, every day, Monday to Saturday, Monday to Saturday, every day, for another many years to come. And then someone is sleeping in his bed. It is very, very unfair. I run 6 hours of the day plus 7 hours every day, teaching people about business. And then someone sleeps and earns my sweat. It is totally unfair for me to sacrifice 7 hours online, teaching every day. It is unfair. It is unfair. I do 6 hours in the morning, then I do 1 hour in the evening. What about during the day? I'm answering questions, doing one-on-ones every day. Guys, it is unfair. So help me write and see what comes out. I'm optimistic, whether positive or negative. But my friend, my mentor told me, never sit on an opportunity that could have a chance to get you where you want to go. So what you do, you never stop fighting. You never stop talking about it. What comes, you will not say, had I written. What comes, you say, I have done my part. This is the outcome, and we are ready to go. So I have a different mindset, and I believe the best is yet to come. God bless you, and have a perfect, fantastic weekend. See you in the evening. See you tomorrow, and see you on our mega Zoom that's going to take place on Sunday. Our people of Ginger, on the 10th of August, we are coming in your area. The flyer is going to be out tomorrow. Our people of Ghana, on the 27th, we are coming in Accra to be able to share with you the powerful opportunity of Royalq. With those two events, Ginger and Ghana, we are good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, see you in the future. In Ghana, we are going to have a recognition rally. We are going to recognize amazing leaders. We are going to do a members training. We are going to do a business presentations. Our people in Ginger, we are coming, eastern part of Uganda, with a mega business presentation, with a mega recognition rally for all the people that have done the hard work, have been able to achieve greatness in this opportunity. And just know, very soon, we are going to be in your city, because we believe it's one person at a time. It's one team at a time. It's one village at a time. It's one city at a time, until we make sure that every country gets to know about cryptocurrency, Royalq trading software, one of the best, ladies and gentlemen, of our time. Let's maximize the bull run. Let's enjoy the uptrend, because as the Bitcoin dominance is going down, ladies and gentlemen, the altar coin season is knocking. And as we speak today, ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, if I check my insight, it seems that Donald Trump has been able to win the law that is coming into the crypto market space, opening more doors of crypto regulation. Ladies and gentlemen, And ladies and gentlemen, the large caps about to melt our faces. Don't forget cryptocurrencies like XRP are gonna do well. Get them on cycle. Cryptocurrencies like HBAR, XLM, Ethereum, Solana, Sui, Chainlink, utility tokens are taking the world by storm. And this is our time to shine and rise as one. Goodbye. Have a good, fantastic day.